What made you go full Karen mode? When the restaurant manager tried to charge my family for a meal that gave us all food poisoning, then called me a hysterical woman when I demanded a refund. We went to Tony's Italian Kitchen for my daughter's 10th birthday dinner. The place had great reviews and we were excited to celebrate there. Within 2 hours of eating, all 4 of us were violently sick. My daughter was throwing up, my husband had a fever, and I was doubled over with stomach cramps. We spent the night in the emergency room. The doctor confirmed it was food poisoning and said we needed to report it to the health department. The next day, I called the restaurant to inform them about what happened. The manager, Steve, immediately got defensive and said it was impossible. "We've never had a problem before," he insisted. "You probably got sick from somewhere else." I explained that we'd only eaten at his restaurant that day, and the doctor confirmed food poisoning. I asked for a refund of our $150 bill. Steve laughed and said, "Lady, we're not refunding anything. You can't prove it was our food." That's when I asked to speak to the owner. Steve said he was the owner and hung up on me. I called back and politely explained the situation again. This time, Steve got nasty. "Listen, you hysterical woman. Stop harassing my business. We don't owe you anything." He actually called me hysterical for reporting food poisoning. That's when I went full Karen mode. I called the health department and filed a formal complaint. Then I called the local news station's consumer protection segment. I posted detailed reviews on every platform, Google, Yelp, Facebook, TripAdvisor, with photos of our medical bills. I contacted the city's business licensing department and discovered Tony's had several previous health violations that had been covered up. The health inspector visited the restaurant the next day and found serious problems: improper food storage, expired ingredients, and equipment violations. The local news picked up the story when they found out this wasn't an isolated incident. Other families came forward with similar experiences. Tony's was shut down for 2 weeks and fined $10,000. Steve had to pay for remedial food safety training for his entire staff. The best part was when Steve called me begging to take down my reviews. He offered the refund plus extra money if I'd stop talking to reporters. I told him, "Maybe you should have thought about that before calling me hysterical." The restaurant reopened but never recovered. They closed permanently 6 months later. Steve learned that dismissing legitimate complaints as hysteria has consequences in the age of social media and consumer protection. Sometimes being a Karen means protecting other families from getting sick because a business owner is too arrogant to take responsibility.